All right, here we go. What's up, everyone? My name's AJ Wrights Crypto. This is the final live stream we will be having from the beautiful hills of Los Angeles, California. Wanted to do a more a well-rounded show today. I feel like a lot of times I'm like so engulfed in, the charts or the stories or whatever. I don't actually have time to talk to the chat. I like interacting with you guys. I like answering your questions. So in this show, I'm going to do an AMA. I'm not going to do this right this second. Hold the phone. But I do want to answer your questions. I also want to do some polls and figure out, if I change my live stream, what time works best for the audience, or what kind of content do you guys want to see? Because the thing is man, I've been racking my brain. I mean, I have a lot of stuff written that I'm going to, as you know, there wasn't many pre-recorded videos since I've been out west. That's because my teleprompter and everything like that, all my film stuff is back in Georgia. So I will have a bunch more pre-recorded videos coming your way, coin reviews, price predictions, portfolio builds, rate my portfolio videos, portfolio updates. I do a lot of portfolio stuff, but I do want to get a little bit more well-rounded, with coin reviews, and everyone loves the price predictions. Going to bring those back in a big way as well. And it was with Ben doing them too, it's fine because I will most likely have a different price target for them as well. And you don't totally want to step on each other's toes. So basically wanted to just kind of fill you guys on what I got going on right now at the moment. So last night, I went and had dinner with Crypto Wendy O and her mans. Amazing time, really great time with great people. We got really good food. Mama Wendy, she is literally my crypto mom. She seriously has had my back the whole time, and it's so nice that to have people like that in your life that really help you along. When all the stuff was going on with Hit Network and just that whole drama thing. I mean, I was on the phone with Wendy she just had my back in a really big way, and big shout out to Wendy. And she's a real one for sure. So definitely, if you don't know who she is, I don't know how you don't know who she is, but if there's a chance you don't know who she is, go give her a follow, go check her stuff out. I listen to her all the time. Really, really great content creator, the largest female content creator in all of crypto for sure. So big shout out to Crypto Wendy O and her mans. And yeah, tonight, going to go get dinner with the Altcoin Daily Boys. Very excited for that. Aaron and Austin, definitely going to have, a good time with them. We're going, I forget the name of the place we're going to, but it looks pretty good. Kind of that organic LA food. You know what I mean? I'm down for that. But it's really cool to, to get to hang out with them and, just to bounce ideas off of them and stuff. Cause they're basically the best in the business, debatably the best in the business. And, when I first got into crypto content, I listened to them and I listened to Ben and, Ivan on Tech and stuff. But my first crypto video was Altcoin Daily. And it's cool that, now we get to go have dinner together. So big shout out to them. Very excited to do that tonight. And then tomorrow is the big day. I'm sure you saw the thumbnail. We are going racing. Tomorrow is the first round of Monster Energy Supercross. And I could not be excited. I am a big, I grew up racing motocross. That's my whole backstory is literally dirt bikes. And it's the first race of the year. I could not be more excited to go to A1. I was talking to Davey Coombs yesterday, who runs Racer X and very high up the ladder in the motocross world. They're probably at the top of the ladder in the motocross world, and I think he might be hooking me up with some all-day VIP tickets because I do write for Racer X. I can contributor to Racer X, which is the largest motocross magazine in the world. So I think that's pretty cool. I like to stay well-rounded. I like to stick with my roots. I'm not distracted or anything, but I like to focus on a lot of things, you know what I mean? And crypto is my main focus for sure, but I still love my dirt bikes. So very excited to go to the race tomorrow and, see the track. And I wish I was going to press day today, but I got a lot going on today. And also, so I had a really big call last night. And we met in the middle. We worked it out. And, I think on the 15th, halfway on the first, let me look at the calendar really fast here. Calendar. Yes, on January 15th, it will run out. You guys will see it. It will be big. There will be an extra show, live show, once, maybe twice a week. Very excited for that. I'm going to be doing a live trading show. I tried the trade on this show. It's basically impossible to do. Because of all the other things with the news and the updates and the market updates and the pro portfolios and keeping up with the chat. It's hard to trade. So with that show, it's just going to be trading. and the normal show is going to be the normal show, and the trading show is going to be the trading show. And I think that's going to be really good for the audience. And I will do, I think it's smart sometimes, Crypto Face, kind of finds his positions, gets it going a little bit, then goes live. I will do that sometimes. But I also want you guys to see me find positions, what I'm looking for, what indicators, the confluence between them, the setups. You guys need to see that stuff. So, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy trading live on the show because, it's going to be nerve wracking for sure, because there will be times where, say I want to go short and I get in the short and it'll go up, 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 up. And I might eat it for a little bit. And then when it comes down, I'll be like, okay, there's the short, but no one's perfect. And I think you're going to learn that watching me trade live, and especially finding positions live. So I think that that's going to be really interesting for you guys. And it's going to be a learning experience for me trading live, because trading is, there's enough pressure on it as it is. So it's going to be a whole new experience to do it live with everybody watching. So definitely, I'm never scared to put my reputation on the line, because overall, I've been a profitable trader for years. And, I feel like even if I eat it live on the show, that over time, that like once I do enough trades, it will be profitable if it doesn't start off profitable. Am I going to do the Trading Wars, 30x, $2,000 at 30x? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do, some pretty consistent stuff. So very excited on that. All right, gonna catch up with the chat here for a minute. Two-stroke or four-stroke? That's the real question. That is the real question, isn't it? Just to have fun and ride, two-stroke for sure. I have my YZ125 back in Maryland. Love that bike. But if you're going racing when the gates drop, and you're going to need that four-stroke, or you're probably going to get smoked. AMA, do you hold any coins that nobody else holds? And if so, what is your top secret holding? Yeah, right now, my top secret holdings are probably Pal AI and Laundry. I talked about both of those coins on the show yesterday. Definitely scroll back through those and check those out. Laundry is a very, very speculative pick, but I think that it's going to have some upside. I'll never straight shill meme coins with no utility, but when there's a meme coin that does something, those are the ones I'm cool with talking about, and I'm totally fine with talking about that one. Brendan Davidson, not going to do too many portfolio updates today. I kind of want more normal type questions, but I will. All right, I'll just do Brendan. You're the only one. You're the only one. 80,000 looking for a 5x, 18% ADAS, ICP, Quant, H-bar, Algo, Link, Matic, Near, XRP. Don't need 10x. Greed kill. See, this is reasonable. And Brendan, this is a good distribution. It's a good distribution. You're a little heavy into ADA, but that's okay, because you're 16 ICP, 12 Quant, 11 H-bar. You're giving yourself some room. You have a good distribution. I mean, my only qualm with this portfolio is that I get you want to have XRP. I feel like you're almost required to hold XRP, or BitBoy Ben Armstrong might just cut your head off through the computer screen. He will reach through your screen and cut your head off if you don't have that 5% XRP. But Brandon, why would you only hold, if you're going to hold XRP, you would either want to have a bigger distribution of it, or if you're going to, sacrifice 5% of your portfolio, you might as well put that 5% into something more speculative that has a lot more upside than XRP. Where XRP, there's a ceiling to how high it can go because how big the market cap already is. So for that 5% pick, I would not pick a big cap coin. I would pick something much more speculative. But with that being said, the fact you only want to 5x your bag, and with the coins you have and a pretty relatively strong distribution of good picks, I think that a 5x is certainly in the cards. I would be thinking more of at least a 7 or an 8x for that bag, to be completely honest with you. Brendan, great portfolio. I'm going to give you a 92. Wow, Brendan out here coming out strong. I like it. I like it. All right, we got Steve Funzadilla. Really happy when you heard you like XDC. Do you like Velo? I will put that one on my little sticker pad right here, VELO, and I will learn about it in some time here. VELO in all honesty. So in all honesty, I have a contact at XCC. We have been talking a little bit. I've been, maybe might be jumping on that team, might be making some videos for them, just completely transparent with you guys. Nothing official yet. It's just in conversations, but we did have like a pretty lengthy conversation about XCC and about what they're up to and what they're doing and what's coming that people don't know yet. And that's why I'm bullish on XCC. I don't know like everything about the ecosystem and stuff like that. But after talking to that guy, I was like, oh yeah, this one's gonna rip. Especially, I like XCC, especially because of how small the market cap is, and it's like barely inside the top 100, right? Like, is XCC even in the top 100? Hold on, let me take a quick look. I forget. I think it's at like 90 or something like that. Like, I think XCC is like a straight sleeper pick, to be honest with you. Yeah, let me go to the search bar here. We'll pull this over. Search. XDC. XDC. Yeah, we're talking 89th right now. XDC's 89th with a market cap of less than $1 billion. It's only 735. Definitely gonna have some questions about the supply and how fast the supply is coming in. But I don't feel like I don't think it's that aggressive of a vesting schedule. You know what I mean? I got to double check, to be honest with you. But I mean, with it less than $1 billion and with what they're doing, I kind of feel like the writing's on the wall with that one. But I do want to confirm the tokenomics before I fully say that. But I really like the project. And like I said, after that conversation with the team member I'm talking to, it's hard to not walk away from that conversation bullish. So really fast, let's do a quick overview of the markets. And then I will get back to some of the questions here. We got Bitcoin, coming in at 43, but I feel like some of the altcoins have woken up just a little teeny bit in the past 20 minutes because things are down a little bit. Like, I know my portfolio is down a little bit. My public portfolio is down a little bit since we made that video on the mountain last week. Probably going to film another one of those up here today. I do promise that there will be more than just portfolio pre-record videos from this channel once I get back to Georgia and I get back because I have a bunch of scripts written. I don't know. And what I do, to be honest with you, here, I'll talk about this really fast. So what I do, I used to fully teleprompt, but now, like, with my scripts, because there's like some things like the arrangement of words that I won't remember live. So what I actually have been doing, I've been teleprompting like the first paragraph. I'm literally telling you content creation secrets right now. I'll teleprompt the first paragraph and then I'll bullet point things I'm like well read on. And then I'll teleprompt, like if I have like a sponsor in there, I'll teleprompt that. I'll teleprompt the outro. But basically, I've been like some teleprompt, some freestyle off of bullet points, so it seems a little bit more organic. And I do have a handful of videos written that I'm going to do once I get back to Georgia. So I know I want to be really stepping up my game on my pre-recorded content. I know that, going to get back on it pretty heavy here. But it's also like YouTube isn't my only focus, though. You know what I mean? Like, it is my only focus. It's my main focus, but I have a lot of really big opportunities with spaces. Like, I do the roundtable with Mario. That's really big. I'm going to be doing more stuff with Mario in the future coming into 2024, which is, I can't even really talk about some of that stuff. That's really big. I'm talking to like Wolf Finance right now, which is really cool. He's super nice. We met in Miami and we're going to do some stuff together. So, I have been kind of spreading out to do a lot more Twitter space kind of stuff as well. But, I feel like being strong on Twitter and on YouTube, those are the main two platforms for Twitter. People do ask me if I have an Instagram. I have an Instagram, but it's really like, I don't use it for crypto. I'll like post my more like personal kind of stuff on Instagram, but that's kind of beside the point. I don't really feel like Instagram's like a great platform if you're really trying to like, spread the word for crypto, so to speak. So let's go back to the market update really fast. All right, we got Chainlink under 14. And honestly, like I feel like with the altcoins kind of bleeding right now, I haven't looked at the Bitcoin dominance chart in a while, but I can probably tell you what it's going to look like. And it's okay that the alts are bleeding, like, H bar back below 9 cents. We got VeChain just above 3 cents when it was pushing 4, Quant at 120, the Graph at 18. Algorand at 19. Like, I feel like as long as a lot of like my main picks, then you guys know what they are, hold like some serious support resistance levels. I'm not like, here's the thing. I don't think it's the end of the world that we're coming down on a retest right now. I don't think it's the end of the world. I think, a lot of the ETF speculation is really what's doing this right now, and that's obvious. Everyone's talking about the ETF right now, and I don't want to talk about the ETF because that everyone's talking about it. Like I kind of feel like everyone has been gotten hit in the head with ETF this, ETF that for the past like so many months, that me coming on here and talking about whether or not the ETF is going to get approved, that's not helping anybody. You know, I would rather go past that. But from what I heard, it is very likely that it will get approved, and hopefully it does. And that has a lot to do with the market, other than the fact a lot of short-term holders have been in, you know, with open interest, have been in profit, and, you know, a lot of profit taking going on for some of those holders, and that makes a lot of sense there. So with that being said, I will always refer back to, you know, the ES1 exclamation point chart. You know, I always talk about this chart, and that's because it is, you know, how I look at the stock market. And like, if you're not watching this chart, you're making a mistake. And, you know, here is this chart. Let me get rid of the visible range volume profile. It's not really doing us any favors when we're zooming back that far. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. All right. So basically, this is the top of the 2021 bull run. It topped off a little bit after crypto, and look at where we touched and look at where we got rejected from. All right. And, you know, that is kind of scary moving forward unless this thing finds a way to turn itself around and bounce back above. When we go to the 2-hour chart, you'll actually see that it actually lost the next support resistance level for a moment and is currently climbed back above it. Hopefully this right here was the trap. Hopefully this right here was the trap, and we can continue. Excuse me, didn't mean to draw that little line. And hopefully we continue back up in this direction. But, you know, that is best case scenario. But I am watching the markets very closely. Been watching this chart. I do want to take a quick look at Bitcoin dominance because I'm curious. Been watching a bunch of things like a hawk, to be completely honest with you. And, you know, Bitcoin dominance, this is what I mean by this is another thing that I had my eye on. Even on the live stream that we did back on Orcas Island, is that, you know, this trend line here, I'll make it a lot bigger, and I'll change it yellow, and I'll change this line white. So if we look at this yellow trend line here, right, you know, Bitcoin dominance has respected this trend line. Basically, you know, it started it in June of 23 and has come off of it. And then when you see when Bitcoin dominance, because, you know, Bitcoin runs the show, right? Bitcoin runs the show. So when Bitcoin dominance came down this heavy, you know, we're talking almost 7% in 24 days. That's an altcoin run. When Bitcoin dominance falls like that, the altcoins are going up. Bitcoin dominance goes down, altcoins go up, right? And it bounced off that trend line. Bounced off. Oh, didn't mean to do that. No, okay. Text. That's good. Okay. But, you know, we bounced off this trend line here and respected the trend line and go up. So anyone that had their eye on this trend line, you know, that was kind of my sign to make some moves, to do some trading. So, you know, keep a close eye on this. Keep a close eye on this, because just because it bounced off that line doesn't mean it's going to continue forever. I mean, there are some SR lines here that, like, it needs to, like, first of all, it would be this line, this new white line right here. For, you know, bullish Bitcoin dominance, we want to stay above that. But really for altcoins, you want to see this come down. So really, I'm kind of looking to see if it's going to get above this previous high, or get above, you know, even this previous high. So definitely set some levels on Bitcoin dominance, because this will kind of tell the story for you for your altcoin trade. So there you go, a little overview on Bitcoin dominance there. So going to go back through some of the chat here. Algo or Aptos? Come on, you know Algo. You moving to Nashville? Love the content, bro. Thank you, Malhan. I will be moving to Nashville. Not exactly sure on the timeline of that, but you know, it's one of those things that's kind of moving around. It's a moving target. I would like to do it sooner than later, but it's not you know, I'm not really up to that. Eric Osborne, AJ, are you a wine, beer, or cocktail man? I am sober. Been sober for a long time, and I like my coffee, man. I love my coffee. Crypto Thorn, how do you feel about Stephen Hawking? I don't know, man. I feel like that's a tough one right now with all the ask Alex Jones that question. ICP or Polygon? ICP for sure. ICP. Trying to figure out. Have you done a quant price expectations video? I have. I did that one a while back. Let me pull up my sheet here because I've done so many price predictions over time that I forget the exact numbers, but I remember like the ranges. I said 1,500 to 1,650 for Quant, which is very bullish. One of my most bullish price predictions I think I've ever made, when most of them are pretty conservative. But that was a big one. But AJ, yo, my dog, why do you have to come on right when Sin City starts? Nothing like that. I'm just on the West Coast right now, and I am changing my time around. So these 3 live streams that I've been doing this is just the time I've been doing them while I'm on the West Coast. This is not like the new official time. So yeah, that's actually kind of something I want to I want to do a poll with you guys. What time should I go live? Question mark. And then I'm going to go EST because I'll be Eastern Standard Time. So the first one's going to be 11 a.m. The second one's going to be 2 p.m. Next is going to be 4 p.m. And then I'm going to do 6 p.m. All right, so let me know. Just put a poll up in the chat. Which time should I go live? Eastern Standard Time. I honestly want to know what you guys think and what would work best for your schedule. Also, there's about 200 people in the house right now. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. Number one thing you can do to support this channel. All right, so I need a TV guide for YouTube. That's totally true. That's totally true. Hold on. Davenport report. AMA, you mentioned before. I don't remember. Okay, the Davenport report. AMA, you mentioned before, but I don't remember. Which algo wallet do you recommend for governance? I'm a bit spooked from the my algo breach last year and in general for hot wallets. Very good question. Right now I'm using DFly. I know the people at Para are working hard on a lot of good stuff, but I like DeFi, just, the access to Algorand DeFi. It's super easy to connect to all the things in the ecosystem. I've just been comfortable with DeFi. I've used it for a while. So DeFi is my answer to that question. Rocky Top, AJ writes crypto, no BS. Quant has a top, at 4,060 billion. You think that's realistic? Yeah. I mean, the fact that my price prediction is 1,500 to 1,600 and it was at 4,000 before, I think but the supply has gone up significantly since that top. So you have to consider, like, with that same market cap, what would it be now with the heightened supply? So, that definitely play those numbers out, but certainly Quant can 15, 16x from here. Well, it's at 120. So I can, 11, 12x from here. I think it totally can. SHDW, I'm going to have to take a look at that coin. Yeah, S-Dog, he's saying that my Quant price prediction was 15 to 1,600, and I did say he was going to redo these videos here on his new channel, though, and yes, that is true. I do stand by a lot of my price predictions. If anything, some of them, well, it's actually kind of weird because some of them I want to pull down and some of them I want to pull up. So it's just going to take time to go back through, and those videos are very time consuming to make, but I'm going to do my best to get through them pretty quick. Let me take a quick look at the poll here. Let's see how it's going. Oh, don't want to end the poll. I just want to pull it down. Oh, man. Oh, man. What's happening? Okay. So far we're looking at 2 p.m. Pretty close race with 11 a.m. I do know that the trading show that is not the normal live stream is going to be later. That's going to be like more of a nighttime kind of thing for sure. 3 a.m. for us tweakers. That's pretty funny. Thoughts on Render? I mean, dude, Render just ripped, dude. Render is just like, it rips so hard, it's like disgusting. You know what I mean? And like, I had like a bag of Render and I made pretty good money on it, and then I sold, and then it just kept going, bro. It just kept going big time. I'm just looking at the chart right here. Like, Dude, this thing, it has come down significantly with a lot of other things. I mean, say we topped off at what, like 5 something, right? Yeah, 527. Currently down 23%. It's sitting right above. It's sitting at 3,999. So basically right at $4. Got a lot of support resistance levels say here. I remember I bought render like a dollar. Nah, I must have bought it around 230 or something. And I remember I sold at like 3 over here somewhere. Yeah, beginning of December. That's when I sold. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, where things are now, I mean, we're basically looking for when things are going to, start coming the other way. I mean, first of all, we have to appreciate something here. If you basically go from September to that local top, about a 300% pump, 287% pump in 114 days. This is the first real heavy retest to start printing candles on the daily. It's not the end of the world though, because you see this red line right there. That's the 50-day EMA, and it has touched it, but it hasn't lost it yet on the daily chart. And a lot of times, in bullish retest scenarios, we'll see a bounce off that 50 EMA and a continuation. So all hope is not lost yet. But we are coming down heavy in the oscillators. As you can see here, price go up, anchor wave, trigger wave come down, bearish divergence playing out on the daily chart. That was the case for a lot of coins. Yeah, also, heavy momentum in the oscillators coming down here, kind of losing, kind of getting into the money flow here. But then at the same time, if you kind of zoom in a little bit more, let's say like the 1 hour chart, right? The 1 hour chart, like it is bottomed. Like we are at the bottom of the momentum oscillator. So even if we zoom in a little bit further, like, the hour or whatever, like we would like to see. And also on the 30-minute chart, wow, just found that on the show. On the 30-minute chart, we pull this up. We make this bigger here. One second. We got price go down, but then right here we got anchor wave, trigger wave. We do it. There is a bullish divergence on the 30-minute chart sitting here on render. But what I'm worried about is that it is still heavy in the red. But this could be a pivot point. This could be a pivot point. Let me pull the couple other my tricks here. What do we got? Dual band strength index got a negative 417 on the 30-minute. That's bullish. Let me check the Fibonacci grid. Nothing crazy there. Market center. I pulled that one. The Derry Watson envelope. We have yet to get a little tick on that. And then let me see where the volume says. And the volume is sitting above on the 30-minute chart. And that is good to see. And this support resistance line here at $4.11 is pretty big for render. So if we get back above that, with the volume all the way up here at 470, I mean the volume is sitting 17% above where the price is with bullish divergence. The only thing is that we really need to flip this SR line that we got at $4.11. So keep a close eye on render. Maybe this could be a turnaround spot for it. It is heavy in the red, so definitely proceed with caution. But I don't really see a problem with that setup on the half hour, to be honest with you. So let's see how it goes. All right. So as of right now, what time should I go live? 11 a.m. is winning by 1%. Gonna leave it going up there a little while. We do have 202 people in the house right now. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. And there's only 88 votes on the poll out of the 200 people. So 100 of you that have not voted, definitely go to the poll here and let me know what time you think I should go live. I'm really trying to get a feel for all the things here. So let me go back through. I know I got some new super chats. So I'm trying to catch up to the coins. You still trust Ledger Nano X? Unfortunately, no. I did have a Ledger for a long time. I still technically own my Ledger, but I just have had some conversations with some people that have kind of changed my mind on Ledger, and I am looking for a better alternative as we speak. It would be cool to have a sponsor for a cold storage wallet, just because they're in such high demand, and I'm trying to find one that's safe. I had some people reach out to me actually, but they are not really who I wanted to work with. So I'm trying to find a good alternative, even if it's not a sponsor. I'm just trying to find a personal alternative, and then if I get a sponsor, that would be great. If not, whatever. I just bought 3K algo at 20 cents. Can you quickly explain what Algorand governance is? Is it worth it? All right. So just like any, people get a say, right? Like think government, governance, government. All right. So what you do is there's periods, right? So and so the next period here, I think the New Year's Eve, the last one just unlocked, right? And then in like 12 days or 14 days or something like that, I'll actually pull it up really fast. Hold on. Period 10. Is there a little clock on it? Okay, so share this tab instead. Okay, so participate in Algorand governance. So right here, become a governor before the registration window closes in 9 days. All right, so in 9 days, the registration window ends. So what that means is that there's a bunch of places where you can lock up your Algorand for about 3 months. Okay, and there's many ways you can do this. And so basically, once you're locked up, and then you'll get rewards. And instead of staking for a year, you stake for 3 months at a time, and you get rewards based off of where you committed your Algorand and how you did it. So, and when you have it committed when it says on the site, becoming a governor, you get to vote. And how much Algorand you have committed is kind of it does with the power of your vote on on whatever it is that they're trying to change, and they're asking for advice on, so everyone feels like they're together moving the community forward and making the necessary changes or not making necessary changes, which is why there's a vote on it, right? So it's kind of being involved in the ecosystem, what I mean, kind of participating, and it's also good for passive rewards. And and this is kind of like where the whole thing like with Folks Finance happens, because with I'm going with Messina now, just because I kind of butt heads with the guys at Folks Finance, and I don't want to get into that, but just treat people good, treat people better. That's always good, to be nice to people, right? That's what I try to do. And this time around, I'm going to go with Messina. I really like what they got going on, and I have been making videos about that, and I'll make more videos about it before the registration window closes. But and also there was just a big lack of communication with people that followed my Folks Finance video, because hundreds of people were like, show me how to lock up on Folks, show me how to lock up on Folks. So I made the video out of popular demand, and then between when I made that video and now is when my run-in with the people from Folks Finance happened, which actually happened because of their run-in with someone else I'm close with. So they were just kind of burning bridges that they didn't really need to burn, making a lot of people scratch the back of their heads, like, what's really going on here? And and with that said, it's just it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good that that's happening. It doesn't look good that I'm talking about it. I wish it wasn't like that with them, but it is like that. And I didn't do that, So basically, I'm going to go with Messina, and even if it's not a leveraged governance, you don't need to leverage your governance, because once you add leverage to anything is where you really start to take on risk. That's where things could really go wrong. And then a bunch of people, attack me because they're like, oh, I lost money because of you, because I followed your video. Well, I never told anybody that they had to lock up their Algorand. I never said, put a gun to their head and said, lock up your Algorand. I think people really need to take responsibility for their own investments. If I listen to someone on the internet about a crypto trade and they were wrong, it's not their fault. I made the decision. And I think, accepting that responsibility is a big deal. And, this isn't me yelling at anybody. This is just me being a mature adult it's a professional trader who makes a living trading crypto. That's a part of the game. But at the same time, what I'm saying is there was a big misunderstanding, because a lot of people thought that they got less rewards back than they actually got, when the rewards didn't even come out yet. The rewards didn't even come out when the people were coming after me about why they got less Algorand back, when the rewards did not even come out. So I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna kind of stay this is the last time I'm gonna talk about it for sure. I want Algorand to look good. I am really big on Algorand. I'm really big on the ecosystem. On January 17th, John Allen Woods is doing this really big announcement, and then I get to interview him on Twitter about the really big announcement. And I think it's really now is time for the Algorand community to come together and let's go Algorand, let's go Algo fam, and be bullish on what they're building and not butt heads over what did or didn't happen or what promises were or were not fulfilled. Because really, like, the bottom line is that Folks Finance is not Algorand. Folks Finance is not Algorand. Algorand is Algorand, and Folks Finance is Folks Finance, and they are in the Algorand ecosystem. Just like how the my Algo wallet hack, when that happened, a lot of people thought that Algorand got hacked. No, my Algo was a third-party wallet that got hacked, and people thought because their name was my Algo that Algorand got hacked, when that's not what happened. Similar situation. So there is just a lot of controversy, and I feel like the people at Folks they're just like, oh, this is why you're wrong, instead of like trying to find a middle ground with people. And but they are not Algorand, and they should not be a reflection of Algorand. So with that being said, I'm just going to leave that behind and focus forward, because I really like the people at Algorand. I really want to, continue being an ambassador. Well, I'm not publicly an ambassador, but I feel like I am. I've been, flying the Algorand family flag for quite some time now, and I want to continue to do that. I just feel like if we argue amongst each other, it's not going to look good from outsiders that want to come in. If people are on the outside and they look at the Algorand family, they don't want to see a bunch of people arguing literally over nothing. We want to see, people getting along, working together, and building an ecosystem that's here to last. And that's what's important. And that's the message I'm really trying to send. So at the end of the day, I'm bullish on Algorand. It's my largest holding for a reason. And I feel like, I think people should just use that as an example. That's the end of my second rant on that. Jonathan Blackstone, thanks for the $5 super chat. Just do an over under segment on your previous price predictions. It would be quicker and kind of fun, probably. I actually did that. I did that about a month ago. But maybe I'll do another one. Not right now, though. Not right now. Because that takes away from the content I'm making. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna play my whole hand right now. So back to the poll. 127 votes, 11 a.m. got 42% of the votes. I feel like that is going to take the cake here, because Ben has moved his live stream from 11:30 to 12, so I can move into the 11 slot just fine, and I believe that's what I'm going to do. So there we go. Thank you guys for helping. This is governance, like Byte. That was an example of governance. I asked the question, the community voted, and in 2 months you get your coins back plus a little bit more. That's governance. I lost where I was in the chat here. Blah, 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 blah. All right. I totally lost where I was in the chat. Okay, there's Jonathan. How much would a super cycle change your price predictions? And that's a really good point, Floridaman, because, I feel like in the price prediction videos, I'm going to do like a super bullish price prediction. Like best case, worst case, my range. That's probably how I'm going to go about it. Big man things, $5. Okay. Thoughts on hello, and could you provide a realistic price prediction? This is a coin I've been seeing the name of over and over again. I don't know enough about it to do one here on the spot, but I will put it on my list, my notes right here. It's right under the Velo. So Velo and Hello have both made the note list today. Thank you. All right, let's keep it rolling here. Davenport report. I literally bought family members' ledgers for Christmas a few months ago. I know. I bought family members' ledgers for Christmas last year. I feel you on that. All right. Checking the chat. Checking the chat. There's so many messages. Jeez Louise. Bernie, you owe me a price prediction, portfolio rating before Christmas. All right, let's do it, Bernie. Let's do it. 225K portfolio. Also, before I do this, there's 200 people in here. Thanks for being here, joining me on this Friday before noon. I want to say afternoon because it is afternoon on the East Coast, but it's 11:15 here. Thank you for being here. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm just doing a more laid back stream today, doing some TA, talking to the chat, interacting with the fam. I love doing this. It's a little bit more chill, I'll do this every now and then. I don't want every stream to be this real serious thing. I like being more relaxed sometimes. And it's a Friday. So here we are. We're going to do Bernie's portfolio rating, and then I'll do Pokemon Jacks, but then I'm really not doing any more portfolios. I swear to God. Bernie, You owe me a portfolio rating. I owe you? I owe you. Okay, fine, I'll do it. We have 225,000 portfolio, 18 ADA, 13 Algo, 12 HBAR, 12 Glimmer, 12 CGPT, Axle, Theta, XRP, Quant, Sol, 10x Gold. All right, well, Bernie, this is one of these portfolios where, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so you got 14 coins. I want to know if you can really manage 14 coins. It is a larger portfolio, so I understand. And there's some coins there that I don't even know what they are, which is fine. I don't know every single coin. And I don't know the tokenomics of every single coin. Well, I don't understand, the 3% XRP. I don't understand that. I don't understand the 2.5% Quant. If you're going to have a small holding, have small holdings of, speculative coins that have a lot of volatility, not questionable coins that may or may not, excuse me. If you're going to have small holdings of coins that have a lot of room to run, and not small holdings of coins with very large market caps that can only run so far. I said that to someone previously in the show. So having a 3% XRP, 3% Solana, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Very top heavy for having such a spread distribution of other coins. You're very top heavy with ADA, and you're basically saying if you want a 10x, that the coin you're leading with has to 10x, has to. So in pressuring ADA into a 10x, not saying it's impossible, but you're looking for a $5, $6 at least, and that's asking for a lot out of that market cap. So you need to lean with, if your goal is a 12x, you need to lead with a coin that can 12x. If your goal is a 5x, if you were trying to 5 or 6x this bag, I would clap my hands and say this is a great bag. But because you're trying to 10x, your distribution's a little off. The 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%, that's not going to help you. Yeah, I like the algo, like the H bar. I'm gonna have to look into GLMR, Glimmer. I would imagine. I feel I've seen that one before, but it's off the top. It's not hitting me right now. Bernie, I feel like I'm gonna have to read up on some of these picks here before I can give you an accurate score. But I can just tell you from the distribution and the top, your distribution is weird, and it's weird because they're so top heavy. This is like kind of a confused bag. Like I'm confused on it, but I also could be wrong about some of the picks I'm not educated on. So I will admit my own ignorance here. I'm not going to say I know everything about everything because I don't, but I don't like your distribution, and I think it's a little top heavy in the ADA. So I hope you can reach a 10x, but I would temper my expectations with this bag. And the fact I don't know some of these picks says a lot, so I'm gonna have to give this one like a 72 and best of luck. And I will screenshot this one and research the coins I don't know, because crypto is the constant pursuit of education, and I need to know everything about what's going on with everything. And when I don't know something, it makes me mad because I spend a lot of my time reading and learning about crypto and staying up to date with all the things. So I pride myself off that. So, all right. Thank you, Bernie. I appreciate you. I'm not saying you can't make it. I'm just saying that the distribution's a little weird. Pokemon Jack, just waiting. Pokemon Jack just waiting for that next giveaway. He's just waiting. All right. Thoughts on my portfolio: 16 Sol, 12 IMX. I read that wrong. 16 Sol, 12 IMX, 11 Render, 11 Injective, TIA, XRP, Link, Arweave, Flux, AGIX, hoping for 10x. All right, well, you have to ask yourself, like, well, I like your distribution a lot more than Bernie's, and I'm sure you see why. All right. You have, your portfolio is split up into, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. That's not that bad. You're basically 10% across the board with some exceptions. So you basically have to ask yourself, because you have a pretty even distribution across the board, can every coin I'm holding here 10x? You know what I mean? Because it's such it's not exactly even, but a more even distribution. Because of that, you need to ask yourself, can each one of these picks 10x? So Solana, can Solana 10x? I'm saying probably, likely. IMX, can it 10x? I don't know. Render, Hopefully, INJ. You know what I mean? So I feel like this portfolio would be better if your goal was a 7. If your goal was a 6 or a 7, it would be better. Yeah, I don't know. This one's tricky. This one's tricky. I feel like, and also like with Injective, man, like Injective's one of those coins. I actually want to look at the chart on Injective right now while we're talking about it, because Injective is one of those coins that, like, if you jumped on that ship super early, damn, you did so well. But then it's like, it's also one of those coins where, look at this thing, man. So like this is my qualm with it, is that, we're up 400% in 100 days. It went all the way up to 500% at some point, has come back down since. So, this is what I was saying yesterday about someone's portfolio when someone was talking about, like, well, don't sell your your CASPA. Don't sell your CASPA. Well, I'm just like, if I wouldn't mind selling my CAS to get into a coin like VChain, or get into a coin like HBAR, a coin that like hasn't popped off yet, because you're trying to get the most juice out of the squeeze, right? And when you have a coin like Injective that already put up some big numbers, like, do you really think it's just going to keep going up to the right forever? You really think that? Like, I don't. I think it could maybe double again, but I don't see it just going forever. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, the likelihood of that happening is a lot less than the likelihood of something else going heavy up and to the right that hasn't popped off yet. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's a scary hold right now. Injective is a scary hold right now. But I don't hate your distribution, Pokemon Jack. I don't love all your picks, and you're missing some big ones here. So I'm going to give you like a 72. Best of luck. Best of luck. Sorry, reading the chat. Also, we have 216 people in the house. Let me check the likes here. I haven't checked the likes yet. Haven't even done a check here. Oh, it says here that I'm at 13. That's not good. All right. 157. I don't mind that. That's not that bad. But you guys definitely smash the like button if you're out there. A bunch of you that haven't done it yet, I'd really appreciate it. I'm giving it hell every day. It's pretty hot. The LA sun is on me in my black crypto chips hoodie here. Oh, also one thing, really fast. Let's do this. Let's do that thing we do. Where is it? All right. So first off, big shout out to Crypto Wendy O. Great time at dinner last night. Big shout out to my guy, Luca. Read this post if you haven't already. I spent a lot of time writing this post because these are words that I mean, and it's an idea that I support. Luca literally created something out of nothing, and it is amazing what he's done. And I think you guys should read that story. And also, if you have not yet, this giveaway for the levitating coin display is still open. Gonna pick the winner tomorrow. So if you haven't got in on this giveaway yet, go get in on this giveaway. All you gotta do is like the tweet, retweet the tweet, and go give my guys at cryptochips.io a follow. Guys, come on. Look, they are 1 follower away from 2,000 followers. Somebody get in on this giveaway. And to completely get on this giveaway, you have to give Crypto Chips a follow. One of the best merch lines, if not the best merch line in all of crypto. Go give the boys at Crypto Chips some love. They're doing some really awesome things. So definitely go get involved in that giveaway. Also, like I said, planning the Algorand unfiltered Twitter Spaces with, going to be doing one with John, going to be doing one, I think, with the people from Para, and then I think I'm going to be doing one with Stacy. Really big opportunity. I get to do that. Keep an eye out for that promotional material for those Twitter Spaces here coming up. Going to be really very, very, very excited to get to interview Algorand at such a pivotal point as they're announcing the roadmap for next year. I mean, John gave the announcement of the announcements on Frugal Show. The announcement of the announcement, on Frugal Show. And, it's going to be coming out on the 17th. So big things for Algorand this year. And I'm glad that I really get to, interview a lot of the team right as that's coming out. So that's awesome. And also big shout out to the guys over at Pal AI. Very excited to do some Twitter Spaces with them and what they're building as well. I'm going to be building my own Telegram print here pretty soon. It's going to have AI integrated into it, so you can do your research, your trading homework, your tokenomics, all your note taking you can do right in the Telegram trading bot on the on the Telegram. So big shout out to Pal, and very excited to get into those spaces with them next week as well. So going to be doing a lot more Twitter spaces. So definitely go give me a follow on over on X. I like to call it Twitter still, at AJ Wrights Crypto. Got a lot going on there. So going to keep going back into the chat here. Pokemon Jack AMA asked me anything, so I asked a portfolio question. That's fine. He found a loophole. Ash Ketchum found a loophole. Not bad. Connor Lang, AJ said no point in holding XRP and XLM. I did say that. I totally did say that. AJ would kick me out of the stream if he saw how many coins I collected over the past 4 years. I would. I don't know if I could ever kick you out, Karen. You're one of the ride or dies, Karen. I think you could do about anything wrong, and I would find a way to rationalize it because I like you. How do I feel about Render? Already talked about that. We got a $10 super chat just because someone else wants me to talk about Jesus Coin. I love it. God bless. Appreciate you. And I would like to see that on actual Coinbase. That would be great. Mackie Powers, $10 super chat. Hey man, happy new year. Happy new year, man. I'm ready for that heat to come this year for you. Oh, me too. I am very bullish on this year. Going to be amazing. Favorite cold storage wallet, AJ? That's a great question. I'm trying to answer that question right now. I am literally trying to answer that question right now. And when I know, I'll get back to you and I'll make a video about it. I'm going to keep it rolling here. All right, everybody. Pokemon Jack asked which big ones is he missing from his portfolio. Everyone go look at Pokemon Jack's portfolio and tell him what he's missing. We've been doing this live stream for a long time now. Kai, $5 super chat. I'm 19. I'm playing pretty risky because I feel it's the time to do it. Sure. 15K portfolio for a 19-year-old. I like it. 70% algo, 30% HBAR. Looking for 100K. I mean, the fact you're not trying to 10x is very mature. And that's going to make it, in my opinion. The fact you're not trying to think, you're only trying to take 15 to 100K. I mean, that I would say all day long. You put all your money into high conviction. That's good. And those are two coins that I would do it with. If I was to have a 2-coin portfolio, it would probably be Algorand and HBAR. I'm right there with you. So I'm fine with that, to be honest. It's sketchy. We diversify because just in case. We diversify because things happen. It's crypto, right? But, at the same time, if you just think, a handful of coins are really going to kick ass and that's your belief system and you have conviction in that, I can't hate on that. Why don't you have AVAX? Well, one, before I was kind of against AVAX because I had a personal beef with someone who worked there who was a complete jerk. But then I went to the AVAX party in Miami and talked to a bunch of people on the AVAX team, and they are actually really cool. And I shouldn't hold a grudge against an entire company because one person was a jerk. So with that being said, I have reevaluated my thoughts against Avalanche, and I like the project. I think it has ripped pretty hard. I think it's one of those deals where there's probably more upside in coins that have smaller market caps already, but I feel like it's a safe pick. I feel like AVAX is a safe pick, and what they're doing is pretty cool. They're doing really well, and it's also one of those scenarios where it ripped. I do like the day trade AVAX though, because it always has a lot of volume, and I like the day trade Solana because it has a lot of volume. So that is kind of I kind of look more for those kind of things on AVAX there. So I hope I answered your question. Price target for Cardano. I don't know. I've changed my answer on that so many times. I don't even know anymore, man. I don't even know. I'm going to have to really do some homework on that one. Publicly, I said 5.7. I feel like that could be one I overshot. I think publicly on this show, I said 4.6. So I'm going to stay with 4.6, but I just know that's still, I really want you to appreciate how much money that is. Anything's possible. I could be wrong. And this is where people say, oh, I don't like you because you're too bearish. You're too bearish. Well, first of all, you have to realize, what Cardano did last time. and how much the supply has increased since last time, and how much more work the market cap has to do just to get to where it went last time. Consider these things. Consider the whole story rather than just the number in your head that you want it to go to. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying it can't do that. I'm just saying it's going to take a lot more to get there. That's all. Eric Osborne, this is a really good question. This might be the best question on the whole show. How much better is Quant compared to Link? See, this is like kind of like the perfect question, right? Because I'm not saying that Quant is better than Link. Yeah, I'm not saying that one has better utility than the other. Well, actually, I would kind of argue that Chainlink has better utility than Quant, to be completely honest with you. Cross-chain interoperability protocol. Whew, read about that. Read about that thing. Insanity. I've talked about it a lot on the show. But from a price action standpoint, I could see how a lot of you might think that I think that Quant is better than Chainlink, because even in my public portfolio, I hold more Quant than Chainlink. So why do I do that? Why do I do that? All right. It really comes down to the likelihood of things happening. The likelihood, all right? Because when I'm telling you guys, I feel like a lot of people in crypto have lost a firm grasp on the value of the dollar. They think, well, just because there are all these expectations, just because this influencer said this and this influencer said that if I buy this here, I'm guaranteed to 20x my money. And that is very scary. That's very scary fire to play with. And I always tell that story about my grandpa and my Uncle Boo clashing Coors Light cans over 8% in 1 year in the stock market. These are men that worked hard, that knew the value of the dollar. And I always kind of go back to that, because we cannot just expect to double, triple, 5x, 10x our money. It's not just going to happen. It's going to be a fight. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to think you're wrong. It might not happen. It might, if we're expecting a 10 and we only get a 3, I hope people know when to pull the shoot. And that's why we do TA. That's why we really learn charting. That's why we really pay attention. All right. But at the same time, when I say, I think your question there, Eric, is not how much better is Quant than Chainlink, is you hold more Quant than Chainlink. So why? I think that's your question. And here's why. Okay. Because Chainlink, currently has an $8 billion market cap. $8 billion market cap. All right. There's still, it's supply scenario. Still got a little bit to go here. All right. Total supply 1 billion. 57% of it's in circulation, so we still got 43% of the supply still will come in over time. So there is a little bit of a tokenomics scenario going on with Chainlink, but I don't know off top how long that will take, because there are scenarios where there's a bad tokenomics situation, but between now and 25, only 10% more coins will come in. That's not bad. So we need to figure out, for coins that are in bad situations with the supply coming in, how many will be added by the projected top of the bull market. That's really what matters, because we're not going to hold it the whole time. We're not holding this for 10 years. We're holding it until the top of the bull market. At least that's what people think. That's what I think. So honestly, for Chainlink to 10x, for Chainlink to do a 10x, to get to $138, $139 from its current, price point, it would require a market cap of $78.9 billion. So basically $79 billion. Okay. That's a 10x from Chainlink. 79 billion. Second hand, and remember, Chainlink has a tokenomic situation that isn't the best in the world. Where Quant, on the other hand, has 100% of the supply. It's really like very close to 99. There is no more coins. There is no more inflation. The supply is no longer going to grow. It is perfect. This coin has perfect tokenomics, the best tokenomics in crypto, and any other coin that has really good tokenomics can only tie with Quant, because Quant has already done it. The vesting schedule is basically over, and there are less coins in the supply than Bitcoin. Well, let's really consider how many coins are in Bitcoin supply. And now let's consider that Quant has topped out at 14.6 million. So we know what Quant can do with a big ass market cap like Bitcoin's, right? Because this is smaller than Bitcoin's, first of all. And remember where, it's going to take $78 billion for Chainlink to 10x? 78 billion for Chainlink to 10x. It's only going to take 17.5 billion for Quant to 10x. So what's more likely to happen? Like, you see the point that, like, it is that simple for me. It is that simple for me. Where Chainlink, even though I think Chainlink has better utility with CCIP, and I feel like Chainlink is more likely to get more institutional money, Chainlink will pump. Chainlink will do great. I hope Chainlink. I love Chainlink. But think about the fact that its supply is going to continue to grow. Its supply is going to continue to grow. That $78 billion that I showed you, that's not the full story, because the supply is going to grow more between now and then, which means the market cap will even have to work harder to 10x between now and then. Okay? Not saying it's impossible for it to get there. It could get there. I'm just saying it has more work to do. It has further to go. Where Quant, perfect tokenomics scenario, and only needs to get to 17 billion 10x. That's the game we're playing. We're weighing the odds. It's a game of statistics, a game of probability. In my opinion, the likelihood of Quant 10xing is higher than the likelihood of Chainlink 10xing. I hope that concept is driven home by now. Okay. Food and crypto, you said something about Pyth hold yesterday, but the stream froze. Do you remember what it was? It was my smallest bag. Yeah, I think I said something to the effect of like, I like that it was the smallest hold, a smaller hold. Because you want to have speculative picks in your smaller holdings. I think that's what I said about that. And great portfolio yesterday, food and crypto. I actually went back and re-looked at your portfolio, and it is pretty good, dude. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. No. This is quite a question here. More monkey business. Asking a monkey business ask question. AJ, how do charts work when it's a manipulated game? They're like, this is like the kind of question that, like, when someone says like, oh, like the government killed somebody. Well, I'm like, well, did the government, like, did the entire government do it? Like, was it everyone in the government sat down and agreed to eliminate one person? Or was it two people from the government siloed from everyone else? Or just two, you know what I mean? Like the government, like that's a very broad thing to say. And, and to say that it's manipulated isn't exactly fair, because manipulation is, that's a very broad term. Because anytime there's money ever on the table, people are going to try to take it. And, and trading is a skill-based game. This is monkey business. This is what I want you to understand. Is there manipulation in the markets? Yes. But should that prevent you from trading? No. No, it shouldn't. Like, is society corrupt? Yes. But will I still partake in society? Yes. Like, I'm not going to be self-sustainable and live a real version of Red Dead Redemption because society is corrupt. You know what I'm saying here? So, and, trading is a skill-based game. And like, and poker is a skill-based game. And luck does not explain why there's so many familiar faces at final tables in poker. All right. So charts work because there are patterns, and there is like the likelihood of things happening when things line up, when there's confluence between certain things. Like, if there's a bullish divergence on the oscillators with the visible range volume profile above the current price point in a chart that is breaking out of a pattern, that's a long, and I'm going long. You know what I mean? Like when the confluence of the charts line up, like if charts didn't work, I wouldn't be a profitable trader. And that's what I'm saying, where, it's a skill-based game. It's not a luck-based game, and it's not I shouldn't question it because it's manipulated. Like the world is manipulated. It's a very broad statement. I get your point, but I play the devil's advocate with absolutely everything. All right, so best trade to leverage trade crypto in the USA. I'll answer that question in 10 days, baby. 10 days. You get that answer from me. Do you think Injective can hit 600? I don't know. What did we just look at? It was at like 40 or something. Yeah, it's at 36. Probably not, dude. Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, just for it to hit 207 would be 17.5 billion. Oops. Why did it do that? That was very weird. Why isn't it not letting me type 600? It just doesn't want. Oh, man. There we go. 50 billion. I mean, I don't know. Probably not. To be honest with you, probably not this bull run. Probably not. All right. I'm going to keep it rolling here. I'm going to do these last two super chats. Going to close out. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Got to over 225 people in the house. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. Rocky Top. Metis was getting some hype in the end of December. I think it has some potential. Currently down 150. That's the coin I keep seeing people talk about that one, but that's one of the ones that I'm just like, okay. I'll check it out on Coin Gecko. I don't know anything about it though. I keep seeing its name, but let's see where it's at. I mean, we're talking 131. Okay, so it's not completely irrelevant. That's pretty relevant actually. Supply about halfway there. Okay, I guess this is one we can look at the chart of. Metis. Oh shit. Damn. Okay, so this thing woke up like an Injective situation, really. Except it, pumped just about as hard as Injective. That 400% in Q4. And then now on the 2-hour chart, we're kind of coming down. So if I was a Metis trader, I would really, first of all, I'd really like to stay above this high. I would also really like if we could respect that would be nice. And then also, you're trying to get above that local high to break above that. So there you go. There's your setup for Metis. Set alarms on this, set alarms on this. Here, I'll redo it. This is a 2-hour chart. Set alarms on both yellow lines. Set alarms on both yellow lines. And whatever one breaks through first, that's the way you go. Okay? There you go. Shout out to Metis. Best of luck. Hey, AJ, I just joined live. I'm considering VeChain, but how many X's do you see it doing before? Well, listen, man. I almost like kind of, it makes me sad that like crypto to some people is like just about like the X's like that. Don't we care about like what VeChain's building and how they're doing it and like how they're trying to like revolutionize the world with their technology? Like it is about X's, I guess, to make money. I get that, but it's just like, damn, like I just don't want crypto to just get reduced to like how much magic internet money can I make? You know what I mean? That it kind of makes me sad after a while. I start to think about it like that, and then I'm like, shit, man. And then I feel like, am I a part of the problem? Well, right now it did lose that, and I don't like that at all. It did lose that support, and the golden cross on the 2-day. I mean, did it? Hopefully, it still respected. Yeah. So the golden cross on the 2-day still held up. So, and it would take a while for it to come down, and luckily it didn't. And we didn't bull div either. We didn't bear div either, so that's good. I really like VeChain, man. I really like VeChain. And I really like the people on VeChain. I really like what they're up to over there. They got a lot going on. Yeah, I mean, I think VeChain could really. Yeah, I feel like. Oh, you guys can't see the chart right now. My bad. Yeah. So about, but best case scenario, probably like a 32x, 34x, something like that. Something big. I could see it going to $1. I really could. That's like most bullish scenario though. $1.14 was my actual target. Yeah, 36. Yeah. But I mean, even if VeChain went to 50 cents, man, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. VeChain's a killer. VeChain's a killer. Keep your eye out for that. Yeah, I have Cardano. I have Cardano. I'm in it for the tech, bro. Exactly. Exactly. No, it's like the thing is that I'm in it for both. You know what I mean? I'm in it for both, but I just like, I get so many questions. Like, yeah, I want to see more people focus on like, what are they actually doing? Like, what are they actually building? You know what I mean? And like I always say, I say this time and time again, is that for me, crypto is about the constant pursuit of education, right? And like for me, like I kind of got to a point where I completely understand the tokenomics more than basically anyone in the space. I completely understand like, you know, the distribution of trading and how charts work and the likelihood of things happening. Like I completely understand these concepts. So, you know, once I kind of mastered that part of it, at least in my own mind, that's when I really moved into like the under the surface part, like heavy research on a lot of things that people don't talk about because they're not willing to do the research on it. And because of that, you know, I kind of see the market from a different angle because I know what they're doing and I know what they're up to and I know what they're trying to do. And that's why that is what leads you to the X's though. If you're just looking at something face value, like, oh, how much money can I make off this one? How much money can I make off this one? You're not learning anything. You don't know why. See, I know why. I know what the coins are doing, what they're trying to do on like a deeper level. And when you do that type of homework, that's when the X's actually make sense. That's when the X's make sense. But when you're just like, huh, can this one 7 or 10x? Like you're not learning. You know what I mean? And for me, crypto is the constant pursuit of education. And I really want people to take that time to do their homework and really understand and grasp these concepts because this is stuff that's going to save your life. This is stuff that's going to get you to buy a new house. Like this is the real stuff that actually matters. You know what I mean? Like where crypto is literally building the future of finance, and you would rather just like profit off of it and not learn about what's happening. I don't know. That's crazy to me. But that's me though. That's me though, and it's not your responsibility. I'm just saying that. That's just the way I look at things. And, you know, I just want people to learn. I want people to take their time and not rush and really absorb. And it's all part of the process. You know what I mean? And I'm just the kind of person that like when I went to school, I sat in the front. I like to do the extra assignments. I like to read. I like to learn. And I feel like if more people took that approach, they would understand. They would understand why. You know what I mean? And then the X's make a lot more sense. And then you'll say, oh yeah, that'll totally make sense. You know what I mean? Or no, that totally doesn't make sense. Because if some people say, wait, you don't think Cardano can 20x? And I say no. And then they say, why? Well, they don't. If they were well read on Cardano and everything that's going on, they would know why I don't think a 20x is in the cards for this run. You know? I don't know. Say it louder for people in the back. I did. I said it. Yeah, I feel you, Numero. It's not like I'm like projecting all that at you. That was, you know, kind of, you know, A1 press conference. Oh shit, I gotta go. Dirt bike time, everybody. My name's AJ Writes Crypto. Make sure you smash the like button on the way out the door. Take some time, read some articles, do some under the surface shit. Get under there. Try harder. That's all I could say. That's all what I want people to do. I want to motivate people to take that extra step and you know, reach out. You don't have to do it by yourself. That's the beauty of crypto. You don't have to do anything by yourself. You can team up, break up, you know, with like get with your friends and say, you learn this, and then we'll bring it together and we'll share notes. I do that stuff all the time. It's like college study groups, except it's real life stuff. And this real life stuff can actually change your life forever. And when you start looking at it like that, you're going to say, oh my God, he was so right. And you know, that I'm trying to get you in there. So with that being said, watch this. Your homework assignments are this. Watch the Supercross race this weekend. We're going to talk racing for the first 2 minutes of the live stream on Monday. I will be back in Georgia on Monday. And yeah, also actually check out XCAD. I forgot to mention, I've been doing a little bit of homework on XCAD social. I did make a video about this the other day. That video was a sponsored video, but I'm not paid to talk about it now. But I do just want to say that I have been you know, pretty active on this website. It's like, you know, there's a lot to it. Basically, I'll show you really fast. I'll show you. Okay. Share this tab instead. So, you know, XCAD is like it's a place where you get keys to people. It's like Friend.Tech, but better. You know, it's like Web 2 and Web 3, backed by Mr. Beast, backed by KSI, has some really big names. Top keys here. Someone must have bought a bunch of their keys because Altcoin Daily was leading the way for a long time. But, you know, if you buy Altcoin Daily's key here, you know, you can message them and they can put alpha in their chat or whatever. And I've actually been using it. I've been posting some charts in here and stuff like that. I'm in the top 20 of influencers on this site right here, right there. I got 30 keys. But if you want to get involved on XCAD, not even saying to buy my thing, I'm saying this because there's going to be a killer airdrop on XCAD. And right now you get points for signing up, you get points for buying keys, you get points for creating keys. You know, you get points on this site for doing all the things and interacting. And the more you interact, the more airdrop you get. And the airdrop is coming. So a lot of people are always chasing airdrops. This is an airdrop that you can get in on. If you go to xcad.social, you can see it in the description of this video. Definitely use my referral code to sign up if you want to get more involved on xcad.social. I'm going to be using this, you know, for some of my early alpha. If you buy someone's keys, you get direct access to them. You can ask them questions. And even if it takes time to get back to you, they will get back to you. And this is the kind of platform that I really like to see coming in crypto. Friend.Tech was kind of a splash in the pan. I feel like this one's going to take Friend.Tech to the next level. And yeah, and I love to see that. And hey, I'm going to claim some XCAD right now. Hooray. $4 in XCAD. Sign me up. Confirm. Boom. And this is just from interacting with the platform every day. You know what I mean? I did a couple claims that were worth like $50, $60 because, you know, from buying keys, selling keys, get in there, play the game, get involved with the airdrop. And there is a lot of money to be made on XCAD. And I think the coin for XCAD itself, I mean, if we go to TradingView here and look at the coin for XCAD, I got an alarm going off over here. ADA and Caspa. Okay. XCAD. Wrong one. Here we go. I mean, I think that, I mean, on the daily chart, it is coming down, but I really feel that, and I don't like how it double topped, but I feel like this project is just waking up. This project is, I'm not sharing it yet. There we go. This project is just waking up. And I feel like, you know, I maybe wouldn't buy it this second. It is retesting at the moment. I would maybe set some targets, you know, maybe like around there. Actually, that's not a bad spot to buy right there. Boom. Around $1.10, maybe it wouldn't be a bad time to get in. But I think that XCAD is a sleeper pick for a coin pick for sure. And I think that XCAD as a platform is also a sleeper pick. So basically, you know, you go create keys, you know, you create keys and you can buy your own keys. You can buy other people's keys. It's just a great place to interact because it's like you connect your X or you connect your YouTube to the platform. It's a killer platform. It's a killer platform. I'm bullish on it. So with that being said, just wanted to say, if you want to check it out, I have a link down below in the description, and I have my reference code in there. If you want to sign up under that code, that helps me out and actually helps you out because it gives you extra bonus points going into the airdrop. So there you go. So very excited to cash in on that airdrop, and I hope you do too. All about here, giving some extra alpha, giving some extra money, and eGold and Crow. I'll bring up eGold and Crow on the next show. They're in my notes here, right next to Velo, Hello, Crow, and Ego. It all rhymes. It all rhymes. There we go. Perfect. I love it. Well, thank you to all 200 of you sticking around. Make sure you smash the like button on your way out the door if you haven't already. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm working my butt off over here. I'm going to have a lot more content coming out, like pre-recorded content. When I get back to Georgia, I'm going to start filming heavily. Make sure you catch me on Twitter. Going to be doing a lot of spaces over there. I got a lot going on. I got a lot going on right now, and I'm really excited for all everyone that's watching this show right now. You guys are here early. You guys are here early. 2024, 2025, these next 2 years are going to be very big for this channel and for Get Rich or Get Wrecked as a clothing line. We got a lot of big things coming. So big shout out to each and every one of you. You guys are absolutely awesome. Let's keep it rolling. Have a great weekend. Get rich or get wrecked. Later.